All right, what's up, everybody? Boy, Killer B and Cole coming at you. We I don't know if everybody had a chance to check out Power last night, but a lot of you guys gonna be checking it out tonight. But um, me and my brother, we just want to get on here and kind of make an introduction to who we are. Two brothers. We've been brothers all our life. I don't know if a lot of y'all know that, but yeah, we've been brothers since day one. So,
Since
but
day one.
Killer
Ah,
we be going back and forth, and so we just kind of wanted to make y'all a quick, kind of recap of what's going on with Power and how we feel about Power, and also while you in here, if you checking out the videos, definitely smash that like button. That's what they say, smash that like. We're trying to get our viewership up. If you like what we're doing, definitely tag a friend, share it with a friend, do all that stuff. But go ahead and let them know.
like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.
That's it right there. That's it right there. Killer B, tell them a little bit about yourself real quick before we jump.
Hey man, listen, I go by the name of Killer B. For those of you who don't know, that's Kill Her, KILLHERB. And we here to give a reaction to the second half of season of Powerbook 2 Ghost. What's the title of the show? I forgot the title of the show just that fast. Free
Title,
something.
What's free, man? This episode of What's Free.
This episode free. So we're gonna start off with free. Second half of the season. We finna hit y'all. Listen. For those of you like me and my brother, we be on the phone all the time, just bouncing ideas back and forth off of each other. And we found ourselves watching Power, and we was giving a reaction to the video. And we'll just break down the show, like unpacking it, breaking it down, little subtleties that we would catch, and we just throwing ideas back and forth off of each other. And before you know it, we say to ourselves, I said, man, we was like, you know what we doing? We doing a reaction to the show, but we're not recording it.
Nah, man.
And so a lot of the stuff that me and my brother talk about, I'm sure you all may catch, or some of the stuff that you may not catch. We decided, you know what, let's go ahead and document this thing so we can all reach out to you all and be one big community and just unpack the show together. So that's why we came up with the idea. So long story short, Code Killer B, we here. Let's go ahead, man. Let's dive right into it. Because as you can see, I'm excited. Because I don't know if you all saw the show or not. If you haven't seen the show, you need to go and check it out as soon as you get off of this video.
And you know what? One more thing, Killer B, man. One thing that I really want to touch upon this, man.
What's that?
Y'all need to give y'all hats and props to 50 Cent for putting this thing together.
Oh, yeah. 50 is killing the game right now. I don't know if you all saw, I'll touch on it if you don't want to touch on it. 50 released he put it on his Instagram, and he listed the shows that are being viewed in Black households. 50 Cent has the top 3 shows being aired in Black households right now. So y'all got to give it up to him. I mean, that's just, but what he's doing is, if it was anybody else, they would be praising him right now. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Let's just go ahead and put it out there.
Definitely. Like this man, I'm gonna call him, pandemic 50, cause
what you gonna call him? What you call him? Go say it again.
50, you know what I'm saying?
Pandemic 50. Get the strap.
Bro, let me tell y'all something, man. Since this pandemic thing been going on, 50, with the Powerbook series, it's crazy. But I'm gonna just say, from this summer to right now, going through February into March, 50 will have entertained you, kept you looking forward to Sunday night for like almost a year. This is crazy. Like, think about it. Has anyone ever done that in terms of giving you back-to-back hits? This is like better than 50 dropping, it's your birthday, because he just another one. Now, like my bro said, we want to try to keep this thing down. We don't want to, go too long, but we definitely want to give 50 and the crew, Courtney Kim. We want to give y'all
yeah, can't forget about Courtney. Yep.
Putting together such a great show. And we just here, giving feedback. Now look, don't criticize us on our feedback, because it's just feedback. It's just what we be bouncing off our head. So basically, getting into the show, once again, what's free? It starts off with Monet walking into the room, everybody partying, about Zoe getting back. But I don't know, and this is why I want to give Monet a great job because she really is getting into being an actress. You know what I'm saying? Like she's walking through, she's not saying a word. But one thing that I noticed be is like she's steady batting her eyes. You know how when women are irritated, they
Yeah.
real fast,
Yeah.
and definitely like her eyes are on like they on high because they just steady everything she sees got her eyelashes going, and these are
Yep.
just
Yep.
subtle that
Yep.
notice when we come in. But basically, so in case you guys trying to catch up, this show starts off with if everybody kind of remembers, Reek was finally thrown in jail, and he got that letter from his
Oh
pop.
yeah, the infamous letter from his dad. Yeah.
Come on, bro. Was that letter like, man? That was, I want to say that was like a mic drop, but I just want to say like, damn, how gangster you gotta be to be able to tell your son. I knew you was gonna end up here.
Cool. That was classic, man. It was simple, straight to the point, and I never knew what was in that envelope. I didn't have no idea. So I'm like everybody else, like, man, I wonder what it could be. Is it a get out of jail free card or what? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when he opened it up and he read it, I was just like, oh man. I said, you got to be kidding me. Like his dad is speaking to him from the grave, telling him that I knew you would end up here.
and you want to know what's funny about that statement you just made, Killer? Check it out. Is he really in the grave? That's what a
That's a
lot.
good question. I know that's a good question. Because
But
me and you, we talked about this, and
yep,
we have our own opinions about what what I'm saying may transpire. But as of right now, yeah, he's in the grave. But yeah, you're right. That's something that we should touch on too. Is he really in the grave? And
yeah,
for those of you, we talking about ghosts, by the way,
yeah,
ghosts.
yeah. We know what we talk about, but yeah, we talk about goals. But staying on track with what we're doing, like we say, this episode is really about what's free. And like I say, it starts off with Reek being in jail and Monet coming home, and everybody's excited to see Lorenzo back, and Diana's happy, Drew's happy. Kane, we don't know yet. It's kind of like
Kane, a trip, man. Kane, man. Kane is a problem.
ladies and gentlemen, Kane is his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Like they always say, he can't get out of his own way.
Can't get out of his own way. Yep. And she said that throughout the show. Yeah.
Yeah, he mean well. He mean well, but he just can't get out of his own way. So we just like, man, this is crazy. So like I said, everybody's excited. So talk about some of the little nuggets that you feel like were cool during this episode, Killer.
All right. If you want to, since we're on the beginning, if you look at the beginning of the episode, right, when Regina's dad got out of prison, and his partner, I forgot his name, was like, "How did you get him out? Like, how did you get him out of jail?" And she was like, "I'm a hustler." You know what I'm saying? She's like,
Yeah,
basically, I'm a hustler. And so the
got
look on Monet's face, because she knows exactly what transpired, thanks to Tariq, right?
oh, man, yeah.
So, because Tariq pretty much laid it out for him and told her, this is what's really going on. So when Regina was like, I'm a hustler, Monet gave her that look like, boy, if looks can kill, just like you was talking about that look, if
Yep.
looks can kill, if all of you, when you've ever looked at your woman or your spouse and she's mad at you and she give you that look, even with your mama, when your mama give you that look, right then and there, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Especially because, see, Monet didn't do this in the show, but if your mama call your whole name, your whole government name, first,
What?
middle, and last, you in some, what. So that's the kind of look that she had on her face, man. So I just sat back and I'm just like, man, this show is awesome. Like everything from the acting to the writing, but we still on the beginning of the show. We're going to touch on everything. We're going to touch on a lot of stuff. But from the beginning of the show, it started off, man, with a bang. You know, welcome back home to the dad. He's been locked up for 10 years. And when he finally gets out, the Tejadas are back. That's all I gotta say.
Fajadas are back, and I'm glad you said that, B. You know, I'm gonna just touch on some of the things that happened in that little thing. So you
Okay,
have,
all right.
peeping everybody. Lorenzo is all happy and excited, and you kind of see the dynamic power struggle. That's one thing I love about the show, the power struggle, right? So you
Yeah.
got you
Yeah,
Kane.
speak on that, because we talk about it all the time. Let's go. Speak
It's-
on it.
I'm gonna tell you what makes this show so powerful is because the name of the show is called Powerbook, right? But it started off as Power, and at the end of the day, every single character, just about every character in the show, is trying to get power. They're trying to get their grasp on some little bit of power, whether it's
Exactly.
Lorenzo reclaiming the throne, whether it's Kane trying to be by his dad's side, whether it's Drew not realizing that, he's the true heir to the throne, whether it's Diana, saying, hey, I got the brain. Everybody to read, we talking about everybody's trying to get a little bit of power. So in that particular scene, you got, Zeke comes into the room. He wants his little shine because he the star. So let it
Basketball star. Yep. Yep.
So but I'm gonna tell you something that really intrigued me in that first scene, B. You ready for this?
Uh-oh, what's that?
When Zeke boys was being, patted down,
Yeah.
and old boy was like, "What is this?" And he held up his shirt. Did you see when Monet saw that tattoo on his body?
Yep.
From the drawing that Drew made back
during exactly those little subtleties. You're right. You're right. Yep. Yep.
Subtleties, bro. I love it.
And she had that same look on her face too.
That same look,
like she peeping. Yep. Yep. Yep.
You know what that look was? You know what else that look was? That look was also, oh, I know you still fucking with my son. Remember when Rick put on game?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You ain't fooling me this time.
Yeah, you're right.
I love about this show, man. These little subtleties are so crazy. Like it's crazy.
Hold on, pause for 1 second though. You talking about that, but what about when? You ready for this?
I'm listening, bro.
All right. What about when Diana's dad walked over to Drew when they first, not Drew, but Zeke, when they first walked in the house? Because he's looking like, who are these guys and why they walking up in my house? So he gave it a look. He actually put the drink down on whatever he was drinking on. He put it down and walked over to him like, what's going on? So he was looking like, Monet said that it was okay if I bring my boys over to the game. Y'all know how Zeke talk, right? So man, he looking at like, who is you? Like he a stranger, right? So Monet had to come over there and clear the air, because she tried to save face. So she comes over there like, you remember my nephew Zeke, and he was like, nah, I really don't. I said, ooh. When he said I really don't, I was like, ooh. Bruh. That's something. Little subtleties. You know what I'm saying?
That was that little back slap cross, because damn well, even though he in jail, he knew who the hell Zeke was.
Hey, Cole. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, so I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he said, he told him to pat him down anyway, even though that's his nephew. Oh man, he felt Zeke looking like, I gotta get patted down. I gotta pat it down. So yeah, man, that first scene, that set the pace for the whole show right there.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I love Zeke and his characters simply because he played the hell out of a goofy ass athlete, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes these actors be playing their roles so to the T. Like I'm gonna tell you, Tariq. I mean, people don't even know it's the boy real name sometimes, because that's who they know him by. It's Tariq. Like when you you damn near want to either fight him or shoot him or something. It role so good, and when a character can play a role so well that that's who you associate them as, that means they're doing a hell of a job doing the acting that they're doing. So hats off to the entire cast because this is just crazy the way these people are playing these roles. So Zeke playing the role, and we got to get on real quick because it was a lot to touch on. Really,
Yeah,
this
yeah, of course, of course.
show dropped so much, it was kind of crazy. So as we go, past the scene, what else we want to talk about? I've talked about it was a power struggle, right? But I also wanted to talk about the situation of where Monet is trying to figure out how she want to move because she kind of feel like people tugging at different angles and things like that. And then also we want to get into Reek and his bail here.
Okay, all right. Let's touch on it. Yeah, let's touch on it.
Now, and I just want to touch on it real quick. There was one judge, who wasn't kind of feeling Tariq getting bailed out.
Yep, yep.
Had a conversation with Councilman Pimp. I'm gonna call him Councilman Pimp Tate, bro.
Councilman Pimp Tate.
Look, Councilman Tate does to the judicial system what pimps be out here doing to these hoes.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. He making sure that everything is working on his behalf and working in his favor.
In his favor, yep.
If you got something that you can offer, he can see himself making some money or it coming back to be advantageous to him. He gonna look out for you. So
yeah.
The first judge wasn't really feeling Reek, but then the second judge showed up and he was like, "What do we have here?
Yeah.
Another unfortunate black man."
Yep, yep, yep.
I knew right then, B. He finna get bail.
Yeah, yeah. Councilman Tate came through. He came through like he always do. But what about the meeting that they had before the second bail hearing with Councilman Tate and Tariq?
Oh, man.
Which actually caused the hearing to go in the way that it did the second go round in the beginning anyway, when they was in jail, when he was in jail locked up.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
That particular scene, you know what that remind me of, bro?
What's that? That
remind me of Mama, man.
Uh-oh. No, you didn't bring Mama to the mix. Hey, but hold on. For those of you who don't know who Mama is, go ahead and tell them who Mama is, Coach. Barbara who?
Barbara Jean Harvest.
Barbara Jean Harvest. So some people may know Barbara Jean, but go ahead.
Bro, let me tell you, bro. Mama was a very intelligent English teacher, right?
Oh, yeah.
She was always correcting us on what you say. Like, if you use the, grammatical error in your verbiage or conversation, she's like, what you say?
Exactly.
But time she could be intellectual with you, and then she could flip the script on your ass.
Yep.
Like she doesn't say everything grammatically correct in the proper enunciation and everything, but let your ass get out of line.
Yeah.
She check you so fast, and man, when we saw Councilman Tate flip the script on Reek, like he went from Councilman Tate to, "Hey, bro, this Tate talking to you now."
Councilman Tate. Bro, yeah.
He on the beat.
Yeah.
He like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And bro, I'm telling you, bro, the Lorenz Tate, who happens to be playing Councilman Tate, which is kind of cute. Great actor, been great for years. And that was just another, classic scene. And they had some very classic scenes in this thing that I really, really enjoyed. And when they had that conversation, you can kind of see Tariq starting to become a young man in that same conversation. Because Joey Tate tried to flip it on a beat. Rick came right back and said, "Hey, don't get it twisted either. We here to benefit each other." So I thought that was kind of cool in that scene as well. What you want to touch on, but
I was gonna say, even with that scene, if you've been following the show like we have, you know that Tariq is gonna always find a way out. No matter how sticky the situation is, no matter how convoluted, how muddy the waters are, Tariq always finds a way out. Always. So I was trying to figure out how is he gonna get himself out of this one. And so when Councilman Tate shows up and they had a dialogue that they had, And like I said, like you said, Councilman Tate thought he had one up on Tariq, but no, Tariq always got a way out. He like MacGyver. He gonna figure it out. And
Man.
so when Tariq told him, hey, this is what I can do for you if you do this for me, which was a photo album. We'll touch on that too. Man, come on, man. Come on.
Bruh. Scratch my back, I'm gonna tickle yours. That's
Yep, exactly. Exactly. And you saw that smile on Councilman Tate's face. He sat back and was like, okay, all right. Hey, because it's one thing about Tariq that even if you like him, love him, hate him, etc., you gotta respect that Tariq is gonna handle his business and he gonna figure it out. And like you said, he coming into his own, like coming into a young man. Tariq has been showing at each and every episode that just when you think you finna count him out, just when you think that he's done, just when you think that they can throw the books at him, just like they did in the season finale of the first half of the season, Tariq finds a way to wiggle himself on out of there. Yeah, man. So
every time.
Oh yeah. And since we're on the subject, let's talk about we talked about how he got his bail hearing, they granted it, and all of a sudden, who came into Tariq's ear and would start dropping him jewels, just came out of nowhere. Who was it, Cole? Who was it, Cole? Who was it, Cole?
My girl,
Effie.
Back in the building.
Effie has made an appearance again, y'all. Effie is back.
Bro, did you see when she sat in the chair and she sat back like she was sitting on the throne, bro?
Oh yeah. That was hard.
Let me help you navigate this little situation you got.
Yeah.
Throwing little nuggets in the Reek's ear, trying to give him an idea. Like, yo, bro, was you really being honest with Brady? Was you really telling him everything? She gave him a whole nother perspective to look at things. But one thing I've always admired about Effie, y'all, Effie has always been, she pretty much has always been a figure of the streets. And that's one of the cool dynamics about her character. There's so much that we don't know about Effie. Like, we still don't know who she's, connected to, who she's raised by.
She's a mystery. Yeah, a wild card. Yeah.
She might have her own episode get ready to spin off like Tommy get ready to do it for us, because she has a whole mystery about her. But she's from the street. She's got that street knowledge. She's got that street hustle, that street mentality, and she's like Tariq's yin to his yang. You know what I'm saying? Because they in this thing together. She's almost like the same representation as a younger Tasha, and she's be a younger Ghost, right?
That's a good point. And you know what else? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when she first stepped into the room and Reek was talking about $2 million, what she said, whatever you need, I got you.
That's gave him that reassurance, and no matter what, she's always in his corner. But let's talk about Kanan.
Oh man.
That scene where Kanan came and was speaking to Tariq, and a lot of you can relate to this because you may have thoughts in your head to where you want to do something, but all of a sudden you say, you know what, I don't know if I should do it or not. And you have these thoughts, these voices in your head telling you what you should or shouldn't do, which direction you should go, shouldn't go. When Kanan came into the scene and was talking to Tariq and telling him different pointers and who to trust and who to look out for, Tariq sitting up there thinking like, damn, he got a point. He got a valid point. And so that scene alone, because Tariq was spiraling, he didn't know who to trust. He didn't know who to look for. He up there talking about, hey, I need to go out to Monet. I need to go out to Kane. And Kanan just basically telling him, man, what was the saying that Kanan said, Cole, when he finished it off about who to trust?
It was some to the effect about sometimes the people you love or something.
Yep. That's it.
I mean, I can't remember. Let me see if I wrote it down.
Something along the lines of the ones you love the most are the ones you can't trust, something like that.
bro. The ones closest to you or something. Yeah.
Closest to you. That's it. That's it. And when he said that, that gave Tariq some thoughts of because he planted the seed. That's all Kanan was doing, planting those seeds. And Tariq was like, you know what? Now I got to reevaluate how I'm going about this whole thing because you could be so emotional about something and so emotionally charged where you just want to take out everybody. You just want to just spray everybody. You don't want to be laser guided, none of that. You just want to be like an atomic bomb and just hit whatever happens, happens. And so Kanan came in and gave Tariq that focus, like, wait a minute, young fella, wait a minute, young bull. You know, you can run down there and get one, or you can walk down there and get them all. You know what I'm saying? So when Kanan came in, Tariq got to thinking like, okay, I don't want to play checkers. Let me start playing chess like I'm supposed to and be strategic with this thing. And that's what was so important about that scene, man, because I'm listening, I'm watching the show, I'm like, wow, Kanan hitting him with and Kanan really getting him to think, man, don't just react. Think things through first. Don't get so emotional to where you lose your sense of logic.
Right. He hit that drop kick on Lauren, though. He was like, I'm through with you. I'll give you the keys as soon as I get back.
Yeah. Because when he met up with Lauren, she looked like she wanted to tell him, but she ain't had the courage to tell him. Like, she couldn't really get it out because she knew she didn't effed up. She knew, I'm done. Like, they really set me up. You know what I'm saying? So she knew, dang, me wearing this wire against the person that I'm supposedly liking or loving, now I just put myself in a whole, like, she done just made it even worse, though.
Man, you know one of the beautiful things about that beat? I love the way Rico, like, he'll drop a little firebomb and then walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like when he told Monet, he's like, you know, your son Drew, he's still fucking with the kid on the basketball team.
Yep, when they was in the car. Yeah.
And then Kane rather, you know, Kane, he switched up the product and then like he'll set it and then walk away. And so what he did with Lauren was he said, hey, he set you up. You know Zeke's still fucking with the professor, right?
Oh yeah.
When he said that, she felt like she had got used. Matter of fact, she went from a young woman to a grown ass woman.
Just like that. Just that fast. Just like that.
Because when she went to the professor's office, he didn't talk to her like she was another student.
Yeah.
But like, this is mano y mano, woman to woman. I know what you're doing.
Yep.
I'm gonna put you on Front Street.
Yep.
Your ass on Front Street because I know what you're doing. And look, she gonna do what she can to get back into good graces with Rick, man. She gonna do what
she love him, Cole. They sleeping together. You know what I'm saying? She finally gave him some, and she thinking that they turning the corner. Then all of a sudden, now she realized I've been set up the whole time. I've been used, and they used me against the person that I'm loving, that I'm sleeping with, and she had no knowledge of it. She thought she was helping Tariq when in actuality she helping them, the authorities. And when Tariq actually pieces all that together and realizes how conniving and deceitful Lauren was to wear a wire in a watch and record their conversations, their private, intimate moments. When Tariq found that out, oh man.
Hey, bro.
She done. She done.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. You know what you attribute that to, right?
What?
She ain't got no in the street cred.
She ain't got no street sense. You know, she got book sense all day long. She ain't got no street sense, Cole.
And that's what you want, man. You want a woman that can blend in in both atmospheres. Like, you want a woman that can go from street sense to book sense, you know, and that's what Elfie can do.
I was just about to say. It sounds like you describing Effie to me.
You saw how when she put on that little hair and you know, put on them 26-inch hair, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She can go from one category to the next, bro. From the street or into the sheep, bro. She She's a straight balance. She ain't
Hey, speaking of which, since we on the subject of women right now, Diana coming into her own because she wanna be in the game. And she gonna make it a point to learn the game. So the different moves that she's making now, and for those of you who don't know, I called her Regina early, so I apologize for that. I called it later on, but I didn't want to stop my brother in the middle of his point. But yeah, she learning the game, and she making little moves here and there. And Monet, which is her mom, picking up on it, because every little step, even when she had the conversation with her dad, and her dad was telling her that they go ahead and enroll her in the school, and she like, I don't want to go to that school. Like, what y'all doing? And so he's like, well, me and your mom sat down and talked, and your mom thought pretty much it's in the best interest of you. And that's when Diana was like, my mom tripping. Like, she know I don't want to go there. And so that's when she's starting to realize she's looking at her mom, which is Monet, totally different now. You see what I'm saying? And because she's coming into her own, and it's just like with anything in life, as a child, you think it's a child. And when you become an adult, you think it's an adult. Well, now you're seeing that transition with Diana because she ain't thinking like an old child no more. Whereas everything your mom or dad say is golden, you can't, don't do as I say, don't do as I do as I say. She's now starting to think for herself. And so she's realizing some of the moves that her mama making, she like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Bro, how about that throat check though?
Oh. Oh.
Bro,
oh. I knew that was a mistake right there. I knew that was a ooh.
Bro, that's when you said something in your head, but it came out your mouth.
Yep.
When they put that throat check on so quick, dog.
So fast. So it came out of nowhere.
Oh, like it came out of like Monet, man, that's what Monet said. Look, I'm y'all mama, but don't think I won't put hands on y'all. Bruh, that throat check came so quick, it was like she had it sitting in a holster, bruh.
Cole, like you said, I'm y'all mama, but I'm still that who?
I'm still that bitch.
Oh man, that's how that was hard right there. That was hard.
I was like, man, I was waiting on Diana. I can't breathe.
Yeah, I think that was a real turning point, man. A real turning point in their relationship right there.
That's when you realize, oh, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. When you got that can't breathe, well, you say in and everything you need to say in order for them to got to give you your win back.
Bro, what you talking about, man? But you know, as we get on in the episode, man, like I say, you see the different power dynamics. You got Mecca, you know, he trying to get into Zeke's life. And like I said, you got Ken trying to figure out, you know, he want to be by his. And I'm gonna tell y'all, and this, I gotta tell you this real quick because my brother will tell you, don't jump out my head. Like just like that. I'll be talking. With the thing with Kane and Power has the candiness to be dropping some classic movie lines. You know, like when Denzel was talking about King Kong ain't got nothing on you.
Yeah.
From when Lorenzo said, "You want me to be your boss, or you don't want to be my son?" What he say to him?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. He said, you trying to be my boss, or you trying to be my son? Yeah. That was classic because he was supposed to be there to meet the connect, and then Kane up there telling him, "I'm the connect," with his chest all out, feeling himself like I'm the connect. Yeah,
I'm the connect now.
Oh boy, and that look on Kane's face after his dad gave him that mic drop of which one you trying to be. After that look on his face, he was like, well, damn, that's hard. Because now I got a decision to make. Because my dad just pretty much laid it out to me. You trying to be my boss or you trying to be my son? Which one you trying to be? Because whichever one you trying to be, I need to know how I need to handle you. Because right now you're trying to be both.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, man, that was hard right there. That was it, and that's the thing, man. With it's so many mic drops in this thing, man. It's like, so you brought up a name, but we ain't touched on him yet. And you just said up his name, but you breezed on by it. So we got people that we gotta learn. Mecca, the plug. You brought up the plug, man. Listen, Mecca. Ooh, ooh.
Hey,
That dynamic between him and Monet.
B,
Oh, that's a sticky situation right there, Cole. Go ahead.
look, he Mecca in the street, but his government name Dante.
Yeah. Man, listen here. When Monet showed up the first time in that meeting and told him that, you can meet your son, Zeke, and so forth and so on. Then after that meeting, she goes home. She's in the house. She sees how the family is all around the table having a good time, music playing, dancing, yeah. And she's just looking at the smiles on her kids' faces, and she's like, damn, my family's really happy right now because their dad is home. And she's like, I got to figure out how I can get out of this situation because it's totally different now. It ain't like it used to be when he was locked up. So she goes back to Mecca and tells Mecca, I know that I promised you that you could meet your son, which is Zeke, but now, after I done gave it some thought, that can't happen. Because she knows if you were to do that, I'm really in trouble. She already in deep water as it is. And she's like, man, if I keep going and stepping into this quicksand, it's going to get further and further up instead of being waist deep. I'm going to end up being chest deep. So she's trying to go ahead and nip it in the bud between her and Mecca. But what y'all fail to realize is Mecca made a powerful statement episodes prior. Mecca told Monet, I ain't leaving New York without
you. Yep.
He told her that. And so when she met up with him the second go round, and she told him, we got to cut this off, and for you not to reach out to me no more, and you can't meet your son, to a person named by Mecca standards, who used to run and shit, who's the boss. You done effed up, Monet. You done effed up. You done. Oh man, I can only imagine how this thing is gonna play out now, Coach.
Bro, let me tell you something. That's when we get into that the word power, like, are Mecca and Lorenzo, are they gonna come to be biggest enemies, or are biggest? Because one kind of supplies the other right now, which Lorenzo doesn't know that Mecca, is the connect, which Kane doesn't know that his cousin is actually his half brother, so he don't. I mean, so much intrinsic. I don't know if I'm using this word right, so I'm gonna tell y'all, don't
intricate,
intrinsic, intrinsic. You get what I'm trying to say. If I say it and you understand what I mean, then I said it right. That's the way I like to talk. But the thing about it, it's all about power. Everybody trying to get their little of power, and that's kind of funny because you kind of see that in society. Everybody want to look like the big shot where they from, want to look like they. I'm the boss around these parts, and so that's the cool thing about power is because you see everybody trying to grasp for their little piece of power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another thing that we didn't touch on, B, remember how Davis and Sack is holding the fact over that they know where his mom is, but they don't want.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to lose the bag.
Yep. They want to keep control and keep the power over goddamn Tariq. Because Tariq was asking for his mom, and you all know when a black child asks for his mom, y'all know how important that is. Y'all know how special that connection is. So for Tariq to keep asking for his mom, which is Tasha is in witness protection for all of you that don't know. And so he just want to reach out. He want to talk to his mom. He want to hear her voice. He can't talk to her on the phone, on the burner phone no more. And that's his calm inside the spirit. And the fact that he can't reach out to his mom is driving Tariq crazy. And to know that Sax and McGlendon know where his mom is, and they purposefully withholding her from him as far as reaching out because they want to continue to keep their hand around his neck, which is power. Oh man. Oh man.
Bruh, they straight be dropping nuggets, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like, we sitting up here talking about how great the show is, and we've been talking about this since day one, like, since the first episode of Power.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we were just kind of having a phone conversation. Like, man, when we be talking about, what happened, like, cause we always hit each other. Did you see Power? Did you see Power? And we sitting up here going, you know what, bro? The same thing we talking about. This is what people be talking about on YouTube. This is what people be talking about on Zoom.
Yep. Yep.
Like, let's do that. We doing it. We just, giving our perspective. And, if you like it, smash, like button, drop a comment. You can drop any comment because, I ain't one of the people. You can say anything bad about me. I ain't finna try to figure out who you is and where you at and all that. That was spinning what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
People don't understand. Sometimes it's okay to not agree. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might not have seen it the way I saw it. Like they say, two people can witness the same event but have different opinions of what happened. So, we just dropped off a little insight on what we feel when we start the show. And we be bouncing ideas and plots off our head. And at the same time, we want to give 50 Cent and Power they shine for, coming up with such great cinema entertainment for us on the television. And so, like I said, I want to be able to give 50 Cent his flowers now. I don't want to wait till the man die to say that, he was a great creator and a great director and a great, innovative mind in this particular time period. I don't have to wait for somebody to become great to give them their great. And so I really want to say hats off to 50 Cent for, doing what he's doing right now. And bro, and I see you got more stuff coming down the pipe. So I'm definitely excited for you, bro.
Man, listen, what he's doing, man, is amazing. And like we always talk about over the phone, nobody's out there doing it like this. Nobody's doing what he's doing right now. And the fact that, I mean, you have to understand it's like this. When you grow up as an African American in today's society, you know and I know we have so many hurdles that we have to overcome, so many hoops we got to jump through. And it's like anytime we do something, we got to be 10 times better than the next person. So what he's doing is so amazing that if it was anybody else doing what he's doing, they would be talking about him on every talk show, every news station. He's to the point where he's the reason why everybody has a Starz subscription. Starz is a premium channel, and he has people subscribing to Starz based on the shows that he's putting out there.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for his shows, people wouldn't be paying Starz no attention. People weren't checking for Starz like they are now until 50 came aboard. It is what it is.
Blowing up the Starz app, like, people getting the Starz app to watch what? One or two shows that 50 either involved with producing or directing or something, but people got the Starz app because of 50 Cent.
Exactly. And the thing about his show, because we're talking about Ghost right now, it's so many layers to the show. You know how some shows you may watch and it's so predictable and it's so mundane to the point where it loses your interest because you're like, man, this is so bland. The acting is terrible. And you just look at it and you're not excited about it at all. Well, with Ghost, everything is so layered and it's so intricate and it's so multi-layered and there's so many different tiers to the point where just when you think you got it all figured out, just when you think you can predict somebody's next move, they turn around and hit you with a different twist. Oh. And so it keeps you on the edge of your seat to where you can't wait. Like when they went on a halftime break, them 2-3 weeks were the longest weeks ever because I'm like, yeah, I like football. I watch football, but I want to watch the show. I want to watch the show. It's to the point where you all probably do this as well. If you have the Starz app, you can actually watch the show Saturday night at 12 o'clock. Or like you do, like you watch it on demand, right?
Yeah,
It's to
yeah,
the point now where I don't care what I'm doing Saturday. Saturday night, I'm watching the show.
bruh.
I'm gonna be in pocket.
I can walk in the house at 3:30 in the morning, drunk, trying to eat some drunk food, but I still turn on Power because I know my brother's gonna be like, "Hey man, you seen Power?" I like even if I wake up the next morning and I'm still halfway hungover and I don't remember everything, I'm like, "Yeah man, I saw it, I saw it."
Hey, speaking of
Yeah,
food, right quick, you just reminded me of something. Tell
what?
everybody why you don't eat spicy food. Remember that time we went to that what was it, Jamaican restaurant and got that curry chicken and you got mad? Go ahead, tell them right quick story. This is sidebar, y'all, but go ahead, Cole.
I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. I'm a real simple guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't do simple guy. I eat simple food. I don't do spicy, you know what I'm saying? And and a part of living is learning yourself and learning your body. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but with me, if food go in my mouth hot, it come out. You know what I'm saying? That, that's the worst feeling for me is to be sitting on the toilet and my booty hole on fire. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't eat no spicy food. If you try to sneak me some spicy food, we might fall out of love. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like to tell people if it go in hot and my Bernie Mac voice, it come out hard. It come out hard. You understand?
That's funny, man. That's funny. We got a lot of stories, man, we can tell y'all, but that was just one of those. Since he brought up food, I just had to get him to touch on it.
Hey, you know what? With that being said, bro, let's go ahead. We had a great time. We had the idea we was gonna give y'all like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And here we are. We pretty much gave y'all a whole full hour inaugural episode.
It's been that long. It's been that long.
Killer B and Cole and Killer B. However y'all want to say it.
We're gonna let y'all decide. Listen, that's what we're gonna do, Cole. We're gonna let y'all come in and tell us what the name of the show should be. What should the channel should be? Should it be Cole and Killer B? Kill Her, which is KILLHERB, or should it be Killer B and Cole? We're gonna let y'all decide.
And Cole is KO. I'm not a knockout.
Yeah, Cole is KO.
I don't need no cats in the street trying to come up on me talking about, oh dog, you knocking dudes up, dog, bro. It's just KO. I thought it'd be cute, My little nieces and nephews, they call me Uncle Cole. So I just thought it'd be cool. So don't be trying to, if you see me out, having dinner with a nice young lady or something like that, don't be trying to, run up on me talking about, I heard you was KO. And no, I don't. I'm a peaceful brother. I believe in love, peace, and happiness. Okay. So, if you want to come up, shake my hand, give me some love, we cool. But it's just KO, and I ain't knocking nobody. Well, maybe a few females, but that's another story.
Hey, man, since we're going to wrap this thing up, I feel as though it just popped in my head. This is on the right. We end the show like we always do when we together. And that's with the call. That's with the call. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it, Cole.
Oh, we ain't gonna drop that just yet, man.
Not yet? Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some hit songs made behind that. Remember when we brought that?
I know he's talking about. I already know. Yeah.
Ain't look. We're gonna what they call.
You don't want that to happen again.
We're gonna put a pin in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna y'all remind us. But remember, definitely let us know you want the show to be Killer B and Cole, or Cole and Killer B. We trying to figure it out. We trying to figure it out. But we would love to get some feedback from you guys. And this is our inaugural episode. So maybe this will go down in history. We don't know. We shall see. But it's all about, can we give the people what they want? It's like a hot song coming out. If it's hot, everybody gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
If it falls into oblivion.
There it is.
So with that being said, me and my baby bro, we about to bring this one to a close, and hopefully we'll be get back with y'all. We don't know when. We might be talking about what's going on in football next time. We don't know, but and that's why we named the show between us two, because we don't want to limit ourselves on different subjects. We have some great conversations about different things that go on in the world. And so, like everybody, we got an opinion, and our opinion is not, written in gold. As my boy Charles Barkley like to say, we're not role models, and we have opinions. So if I said it, don't go running telling your friends the gospel because I said it. Now, if it makes sense, you can agree. But if it don't make sense, you keep that shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Charles Barkley, shout out Shaq, Kendrick Jet Smith, all of them over there, man. Yeah.
Hey, oh yeah, Shaq, you bigger than a motherfucker, boy. I see you coming to a club one time and you just look in the door. I ain't gonna tell you where you was, but I say, you know what? I ain't finna go up and stand next to him and let him Kevin Hart me.
We out, man.
We out. Y'all have a
We
great
out.
day.